friends, made its way from a neighbor's 10-room cottage and headed toward the house the Lunds had leased for the summer. Pleasantly weary from a morning of vigorous tennis with Oscar, she had declined the invitation to sail. The breeze from the lake had mitigated the late June heat and lulled her to sleep in the chair, the book fallen from her grasp. By the time she woke with a start, she couldn't tell how many times the whistle had signaled to her. The yacht had come within view, though still was many yards distant. She had risen, taking up the field glasses, and made for the dock. The summer sun had dipped toward the western side of the lake, hot and yellow. Only the approaching noise of the engine had broken the stillness. She had stood upon the dock and pulled the hat brim low to check the glare. Even unaided, she saw plainly the figures upon the yacht's deck, the ladies seated, the gentlemen walking or leaning on the railing. Odd to think of it now, her father's lean, linen-clad form surmounted by flaxen hair, Oscar similarly built and similarly dressed. The ladies in shades of summer white and cream had comprised a vessel of tone-on-tone ghosts. When the whistle blew again, Francesca had taken off her hat and waved. Then she had raised the field glasses to her eyes. Her scream might have come from someone else, tangled with the shouts of groundskeepers and house servants and the house's clanging alarm bell. Rushing, everyone flew past, and she was swept up mechanically with the rescuers heading toward the lake until strong arms encircled her waist. Suddenly entrapped, she panicked. "Let go! Let me go! Let me go! Papa!" She screamed and kicked. "Papa! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus, help me!" She reached toward the lake, as if her extended arms could still save them. "Mama! Oscar! Oscar! Let me go!" She was hoisted toward the house, flopped over the gardener's arm as if she were a rag doll. Slowly, as each step drew her farther from the lake, her screams gave way to relentless sobs. "Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! Mama! Mama!" How long the recovery had taken, Francesca could not remember. As word came that bodies were being brought ashore, she broke free of the house and ran to the lakeside, and, evading the rescuers, saw the body of her mother lying in the bottom of a rowboat, slits of gray-blue eyes fixed, lips parted, white blonde hair limp and matted, clothing disarranged. The lake-washed injuries might have been set in an alabaster statue. As shock overloaded Francesca's brain, she fainted. She had awakened to the news that John had sent Harry to telegraph to the Jeromes. To summon the Jeromes seemed sensible to John, no doubt, though the choice would not have been hers. Childless, they had been attentive to her and her brother ever since the Lunds' arrival in New York, when she and Oscar were children. Like many childless women, Maggie held firm opinions on child-rearing that had kept Sonia Lund's acquaintance distant but polite, and this only for the sake of Jürgen Lund's friendship with Jerry that emerged from their work together at the bank. Their imminent arrival had galvanized Francesca. She remembered the sensation of standing outside herself, observing the world through senses newly sharpened. Throughout the night and into the morning, she moved, mechanical and steady, through the wretchedness and rituals of doctor, police, neighbors, servants, until all was as orderly as she could make it. The household was settling into a routine of working around grief, or perhaps working with it, as servants and staff and indeed the neighborhood began to take their cues from her. With a lifetime ahead of her in which to weep, she reckoned, she had answered all and turned no one away. By the time Maggie and Jerry alighted the carriage from the station in Ithaca, Francesca had bathed and changed and met them at the door. "I wired instructions to May and Evangeline to have your things ready before breakfast tomorrow," Maggie began, when the perfunctory condolences had been exchanged. "John and Harry and Mrs. Howell will come with us, of course, to see to the house in the city. The rest of the servants will stay behind to close this house. We'll have to give the summer help their notice, of course." "You'll do no such thing."